What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I know it's been a couple weeks since I posted a video. I've been a little busy with work, haven't had much going on. I got a ton of projects to get in front of, but I've been busy at work. So what we're doing today is kind of cleaning up, making some room here. As you can see, I take up most of my neighbors' parking. You know, there's that meme that says, there's a picture of a house that looks like Sanford & Sons, and it says, if you don't have that neighbor, you are that neighbor. Well, I think I'm that neighbor. But anyways, we're gonna be working on that Honda turbo car that I sold a while back. That's the one I was gonna take to race week. It looks like the clutch forks may have broke, or the throwout bearing fork may have broke or bent. We just put a brand new clutch in it not long ago, so we're just waiting for him to show up, and we're gonna get that thing pulled in the shop here and get the motor pulled out and have a look at the clutch. So you guys stick around, come along with us as we get going. The boy Anthony's here. He's taking the car off the trailer. Say what up, Anthony.
What up?
So we're gonna pull this thing off the trailer, get the motor out, and see what's going on with this thing. Again, this is a car, I was just telling him, this is a car that I regret selling. I didn't get a chance to drive it very much, but the season is coming up. Anthony will be out there, we'll be out there, so I'll get a little bit more time to enjoy this thing a little bit. We'll maybe one day we'll trade cars and I'll let him take my car and I'll take this or something. So we'll definitely film all that for you guys. So all right, we're gonna get this thing off the trailer, get it into the garage, and get this motor pulled out. The intercooler off, all the piping off. We're going to pull the turbo, and then we're going to pull the headers. I got to pull the intake manifold to get the injector wiring harness out, and then we'll be able to start working on getting the coolant out of this thing and then getting the motor out. So I pressed on the clutch a couple more times, and it looks like the throwout bearing forks probably bent or broke out of the way. So we'll see if we can't get in there and weld those things back up. So you guys stick around. All right, so we got everything off, got the turbo off, got the power steering off, intake manifold off, got the coolant drained out, and we are going to push this thing back inside, grab the engine hoist, and get this motor slid out. What was it, an hour?
1 hour.
1 hour to get this thing out is what it took us. So we're going to get the motor pulled out and see what's going on with this clutch. All right, we got the hoist hooked up. Had to change the casters on the hoist real quick. They're pretty beaten old, but we're starting to separate the motor now. We're going to know here in just a second what's going on with this thing. Get her jacked up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and rock the motor back a little bit. Let's go up some more. Yeah, there we go. Now let's rock it back and forth. Alright, should be in stubber. Let me get the pry bar. There she goes. Alright, let's go up a little more. Yeah, keep going. There we go. Now straight back. Up some more. There we go. All right, well, looks like the throwout bearing fell off again. Let me come around to that side, take a look. Let's get the fuel line out of here. Yep. It's like the fuel line, or the throwout bearing fell right off of there. Sometimes they crack right up here on the weld and they move, but it doesn't look like that one moved. It just looks like it fell off. So we're going to look at it a little further and see what's going on here. So we pulled the whole motor out. Shouldn't be an issue with the clutch. That thing is brand new. It's a 9-inch stage 3. So we just put that in not long ago. But the issue we're having is right here. So this is the second time that this has happened. And it just looks like it just flopped right off of there. It doesn't look like the forks are bent, but we're gonna pull that throwout bearing off and have a deeper look at it. All right, so we couldn't really find anything wrong other than that the springs on the throwout bearing were stretched. We went ahead and put a new throwout bearing in it, and we're gonna silicone the edges right here. That way the spring doesn't pop off, and then we'll readjust the clutch and make sure this doesn't happen again. As much as I love pulling this motor out, I'd rather be driving the car than working on the car. So, all right, guys, we're gonna get that siliconed up, get the motor back in, get this guy on his way. Almost put back together. Getting the intercooler back on, getting the headers back on. We went ahead and put a new throwout bearing in it, as you saw earlier, and then we silicone the springs in. Kind of something that we normally do. For some reason I didn't do it on this car when I did the clutch. I don't know why, but we normally always do that. and it's just in case those springs fail or they happen to slip off the edge there, they won't fall. So we got it all fixed up. This thing should be good to go. All right, so we got the motor back in, turbo's hooked up, intercooler's back on, everything's good. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up. We already checked for fuel leaks, so we're good there. All right, we're gonna bleed the coolant out, get the air bubbles out of it, and we can take her for a little test rip. $75, $80 of oil pressure. Just waiting on the coolant to come up. All right, so we got the coolant bled, motor's back in, running okay, and we got her fixed. So we get this thing loaded up and get out of here. Quick 4-hour project, done deal. Got the homie Anthony taken care of, and be back in the dunes. Season's coming soon, so if you guys got your cars out there, make sure you get them ready because the season's coming quick. So we'll see you guys out in the dunes. Guys, so that's it for Anthony's car. We got the clutch fixed. Another happy duner. We'll be out in Glamis all season. I'm sure we'll see him, and like I said earlier, maybe one of these days we'll trade cars. He can take mine, I'll drive his, so I can really get some dune time in that car. That's something I really kind of regret, was not taking that car out in the dunes before I sold it, but you know, it is what it is, man. I hooked the homie up, he's happy. So anyhow, stick around. We're gonna put some cameras on the San Limo, and we're gonna take that thing for a cruise this afternoon. So you guys stick around, we'll be right back. All right guys, so we're headed off. I got my daughter Brianna with me today. Say hi to the vlog, Brianna. Say hi to everybody. Say what up. So we're gonna rip on out of here and take this thing for a cruise around the streets of Cali. There's always a lot of cops down here, so we'll see, man. I've been cruising all over town and nothing. Not a reaction. It's crazy.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well, guys, we pulled out, and there is a cop right behind us, so we're going to get pulled over. It's going to happen right now. Check it out, guys.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Didn't bother me one bit. Crazy. Guys, I just think maybe the cops around here think, oh, I'm stupid enough to drive this thing on town, that around town it must be legit. So that cop was right next to me, looked right at me, and didn't do anything. It's crazy because, you know, when we did race week and we went to other states, you know, I kind of expected that, but here in California, I thought they would hem me up with the quickness, but I guess not, man. We're just going to keep trying to drive this thing around and see what happens. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, that like, give us a thumbs up, and make sure you share this with your friends if you like what you're seeing. Drop me a comment. I always respond, and we'll see you guys next time.